So I just saw that Facebook post of somebody that got scammed by somebody that put Opal in a bottle and made it look really good, and they bought it and they got it home and it wasn't anything like what they thought it would be. And so here's a video that demonstrates how that happens and why it looks so good. I very carefully went through a bunch of rough that most of it was very low grade, very cheap stuff that didn't have a whole lot of value, that looked better than it was because it had some color in it. So we very carefully go through all of it, and at the end of this I'll show you both the couple of gems that I get out of some of the stuff that I thought was garbage that I did find a little bit in there. We'll see if they turn out anything. But overall, you're going to see that after I carefully, in careful light, with water, go through every piece and only select ones that I'm 90% certain or better, they won't cut into anything useful. They're just a little bit of color, a little flash in the pan. So let's see what we end up at the end of this, and if you would buy it if it was on an auction site or for sale. I will also have the world's cutest helper for the sorting process. Now, every single piece that went in there, I saw what it was before it went in. But she was, you can tell by the end, she develops a pretty good eye, and I think this is pretty cute. Enjoy. I literally just made the video where I recommended not buying Opal in a bottle. And I turn on Facebook and here's a lady saying, I bought some Opal in a bottle and it looked lovely. And then I got it and I couldn't see any color in it. That's why they put it in the bottle. Not always, but there's a lot of them that do it. Okay, I just did the video talking about how to get value, how to buy wisely, and how to get started, and or maybe do better than you've been doing, buying and cutting Opal. And I pointed to a couple bags and said, these are garbage. So I dumped them here into this bowl. Now my goal is to try and prove myself wrong. See if I can actually find something. I went through this bag and when there's nothing here. This was a waste of time. This was a waste of money. But I went through it here with a fine-tooth comb. Let me show you what I've got. This I determined was actually all garbage. This is pretty much all garbage also. However, every single one of these pieces has at least a color, a flake, a wink of something. Every one of them, if you go over them. Now, unless you do inlay or want chips, they're not going to have any value. But I'm going to start putting those in the bottle and make my own little bottle of flashy color. Just to kind of demonstrate how that stuff generates itself. Those are chips that if I wanted to do some inlay, there's my inlay. But here's the thing. I found these three. Now this one is a little knobby, and I think there's about a 0% chance. 0% chance that it's anything, but not quite zero. There's always the possibility that that could have a color bar in it. So there's number one. Number two, I got this one right here. It has just also a possibility. Nothing obvious, but it's worth rubbing and seeing what's in here just because of the glow that's in it. Now this one, however, snuck past me. I bet it snuck past whoever put it in this parcel too, but you gotta look hard. I don't have quite the right lighting. There it is. See that color bar? It actually goes all the way around. There it is again right there. So underneath this top there's actually possibly a color bar and possibly a decent one. So I think we might actually cut something. So tomorrow morning, because it's almost midnight, I'm going to take these three. I'm going to see if we can't cut a stone out of a pile that I said was worthless. I'm going to start making my chip jar there to show you guys how you don't got to buy that stuff. It generates itself. this is going to go in the garbage. Start narrowing down the piles of garbage that I got. Stick around. How about that one?
This one doesn't. This one has colors.
Okay, is it big enough to cut? I think it might be. I think it might be too small.
It isn't.
It isn't? Okay.
My hair's in my face.
Yeah. Okay, see if there's any more in here that are big enough to cut.
Look at these ones. Look at all these ones.
Wait, we gotta look at them close. See, that one might be good.
Wait,
that red one?
Look at this one.
Ooh, that one's got blue.
This one's a little one.
That can go in there.
This one's a big one.
But wait, does it have color?
It does.
We're looking for big ones that have color.
It does have colors.
Okay. Is it big enough to cut? I think that one's got too many breaks in it, so it won't work. There you go. Ooh, how about that one?
Not very much.
Not very much color?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, this one doesn't. This one does have very much color, but it won't work.
Okay.
But this one can. Look, it has colors.
Okay.
Teeny.
Okay. The teeny ones can go in the jar.
These two ones are teeny too. Look. They're so small. Look, we have so money. We have so money. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up.
Good enough to make.
Yep.
That one would be tough, but you might be right. We might get a little one right there out of the corner. Big enough for a necklace for Navy. Okay, so those ones are empty. Oh wait, let me see. There's one of these that I need to keep in there. Oh, I have it right here. Yeah, that one's not got much color in it. Oops, we dropped one right down there. Can you reach it?
Nope.
I can reach it. There's two of them down there. We're dropping opal everywhere. Alright, this one's got good color.
Yep, down does have good colors.
And I think we can get something out of that one. So that goes in the keeper pile.
Necklace.
That one's crystal. That one's a possible keeper.
I think we should play.
What do you want to play?
House.
Okay.
I mean hotels.
Hotels.
Can we see where Australia lives?
Australia
in the
is?
map?
Yes, we can look at Australia on the map.
Can we see?
Yep. Let me get my phone. Zoom out just a little bit.
Where's America?
So America's right here.
But
And
right.
Australia is clear over here.
Where's
And
America?
America's over here. That's all America. And this is
You
where
guys live by America.
You do. We live in America. Because we live in Utah. And we live in Vernal. Vernal is in Utah. Utah is in America. And Tom and these opals, they come all the way from over here in Australia.
Wait, we need to go
They fly
there.
all the way from here. We do
Wait.
need to go there. We need to find our own opals someday, huh?
We can't. We can't.
There you go.
So we fly all the way here.
Yes. And then we go dig our own opals. You think that would be fun?
Yeah, I want to dig an opal.
Me too.
Wait, do you think the plane's gonna come here?
Yeah, the plane comes to here and then it takes us to there. Alright, here's what we're going to start. This video specifically, we're going to deal with this one. This one. And I think that was the other one. These are just interesting things. So those two right there be in this video. And we got some other stuff here coming up. Let's start. dive right into this knobby and see if there's any chance. What is the chances of this knobby having color in it? None. But not none. Not none. I just realized I don't have my glasses on and I can't see. I will have to go, you know what? Chance isn't none. Chance is not none because, can you see? Can you see that? There's blue in there. There's a color bar in there. Let me go get my glasses. There's a little color peeking out there. There's more sand than color. Got a little blue color bar in there, but there's far more sand than color. There's your budget Lightning Ridge knobby. Even when you win, find a little color. It's not going to give up easy. Yeah, before I eat it all up and have nothing, I think I've got another one for the old chip jar. That's the whole purpose of this video. It's going to be more sand than color. There's no way to get anything out of it. But at least it was a knobby that had color. I'll take it as a win. Next one. I thought this was worth just peeking into the top of that. No color. Color just popped up. Again, I don't think it's anything we'll be able to do anything with, but there is a sparkle of green in that. How can we make that into something? Got a fracture running right through it. Let's face it up. Get rid of this sand. Just watch me make sand. Well, there you go. Again, not nothing, not zero, but nothing useful. I don't know if you can see it, but there's at least 3 fractures through it. It's very pinfire green, a little bit of blue on that back side. It's not nothing, but that's a good one to go in the chip jar. Chip jar's getting bigger. So far, we're 2 out of 3 to the chip jar. Alright, this is the one that I don't have high hopes, but there's a possibility in this one. Can you see? I'm hoping you can see that, but there's at least, from where I'm looking, there's color peeking out there. Get the mush off the top. Ah, just crumbled in my hands. Crumbled, there's color in it. That hits the chip jar. There's color in that. That hits the chip jar. Yeah, this is so fractured. Oh man. Oh man. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. See that? Can we make it into something? It's so fractured and broken. The whole thing fell apart kind of in my hand, but there's a possibility that what I got left has got enough structural integrity to do something. Let's give it a try. Establish our border here. Find out where the color's running. Kind of just rotten and mushy material, very soft. Oh man, this one, it's got the color bar to have been good. It just doesn't have the opal itself is too compromised. Somebody blasted that one out of the ground or something. Let's see what we get. Maybe it'll hold together enough to where you can at least have something to look at. Going back down to the lighter wheel, finer wheel. Sorry, I had to think about it for a second. I'm wearing a headlamp, hoping that I can show you guys a little bit better what I can see because of the lighting in here. There's lots of color in that, but it does, I don't know if you can also see. Oh yeah, you can see. But you can also see all the lines and cracks and stuff in it. I think it would split in half if I took it down anymore. I think you're looking at another one for the chip jar. Alright, I think that's enough. This was just to demonstrate that going through bags and bags and bags of stuff that I thought was junk, I picked out a few pieces that I thought, well, possibly it's not all junk. I don't know if that's junk to you, but it isn't what I'm looking for. I doubt if it's what you're looking for. But it is pretty. It'll go in the chip jar. Now I'm going to show you the chip jar. Alright, let's complete the chip jar experiment. Those are the ones that I took out there that I thought had a possibility. That was a little knobby. It did have color in it. And that one right there has got color in it. But as you can see, it's never going to cut anything. Sorry. Come on, focus. There it is. It's got color on the one side, but it's got fractures all through it. So the chip jar gets a few more pieces 1, 2. Here's a few more that I had up on the top of the cabbing machine. There's the minty that didn't turn out. Anything with a color in it? That one doesn't. Oh, yeah, it does. There, it just winked. Anything with a color in it gets to go in. Now, let me go out and shoot a video of my potch with a little color in it, or inlay pieces full of color, however you want to put it. I saw every single piece that went into the jar. Every piece does have color, but outside of inlay, it has no value. But let's go see what it looks like now that it's in a jar. Alright, I just came outside, no special light or anything. Let's see what my jar of little chips of color looks like. I'm going to walk forward onto the grass, I won't drop it onto the concrete, trying to roll it one-handed. There's that little chip that I just put in there. It's hard to roll this one-handed, but oh man. Somebody could find use for it. But I just want you to get a better idea of what you're seeing possibly when you're looking at something like this. Because they're all very small and they have there's nothing in there that's going to cut something that you would want to wear. I know it looks like there is. Let me show you in the shade. Even then, it looks better than it is outside the jar. My heart wants to jump in there and snag a few of those out, saying, I was wrong all along. So if you bought that, would you think you got good value? What if I put that up for 200 bucks? I bet I could wager I could put this on for easily 100 bucks and just put inlay pieces and chips, and somebody would buy it, and if they only wanted it for that, they'd be happy. But if they actually thought they were getting, if I put inlay chips and possibly a few cutters, someone's going to be disappointed. What do you think?